Morning, everybody. April 16th, I believe. Sconnie Badger's Earl.
And the girl.
We're pretty excited because today marks exactly 1 year before we'll be leaving for the Appalachian Trail. So
Awesome!
today we're out at Mounds State Park. Beautiful park. Very hilly. Very, very hilly. We've run a couple half marathons here, so we're kind of familiar with the terrain. But we're gonna go out and do maybe an 8 or 9 hour hike today, and we're gonna stop halfway and practice setting up camp and tearing down camp and doing all that fun, cool stuff just to make sure that we've got everything that we need. Our packs are fully loaded with what we expect to be taking on the trail. I think we both weighed in right around 26 pounds basically, but we only have 1 day's food with us, so when we're on the trail, if you're taking 3 days food, you can add 2 pounds for each day of food. So we'll both be right around 30 pounds, 31 pounds, which is about what we expected when we started with all this. So everything seems to be headed in the right direction. We're gonna head out. We will take some film and speak with you later. See all them little raccoon paw prints? Going right up the trail. There's more here.
Apparently we're on the raccoons highway.
You have to watch out for them raccoons.
See if you can see these little ones. I don't know.
Okay, everybody, we're at our first rest about 2.5 miles in. We rest about every 2.5 miles just because that's the way we roll. And I thought as long as we're down, I would do a little jukebox trivia. The artist, the song, the next line. You ready? Here we go. Why she had to go, I don't know, she wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now Hey everybody, just an FYI, that's for your information. We've passed this creek about 25 times today because this trail we're on is a mountain bike trail, and it is nothing but switchbacks for the guys. But just to be smart, and maybe whether you're backpacking or whether you're hiking, when you get to a creek like this and you're gonna have to go across, don't like get halfway across and then not know where your next step is gonna be, because you're gonna end up getting wet and uncomfortable. So what I usually do is just take a second before we cross and I'll count out where my steps are going to be. There's a big rock here, there's a big rock here, there's a big rock there, there's a big rock there. So it's to be a 4-step process, and I'm not going to get caught in the middle and wonder where my next step is going to be and get a wet foot. Just wanted to pass that on.
Earl and I making a little bit of lunch.
Little turkey, little string cheese
Whoa.
on a nice tortilla wrap. Little more turkey and some pepperoni. Everybody likes pepperoni. Woohoo! Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Just a little bit of salt. Keep our salt level up. A little condiment of mustard. Thanks to Quick Trip. Must be a adult-proof package. Oh my God, it looks delicious.
I think he could work at Subway. Look at him roll the wrap up.
Want that cut in half, ma'am? Here you go. Thank you very much. Now that's what I call a wrap. Hey everybody, we said we were going to go through setting our tent up today. We thought we'd take just a couple minutes and share with you what we have and what we're planning on taking with us when we go. I'll start with the trekking poles. I have the Cascade Mountain Techs, which are a carbon fiber pole. The girl right now just has some hiking buddy poles. She's not really exactly sure on what she's going to take with her, but those seem to be working for her okay for right now. I have the Osprey 65 pack. She is going with the Gregory 50, is it dear?
Diva. Gregory a Diva 58, I think.
Yeah. Everybody has their what they like, what they don't like. First thing to remember when you're packing your pack is to put on top what you're going to be taking out first. So when you get to camp, most likely the first thing you're going to want to do is take your tent out and get your tent set up, and then make supper, and then take everything else and get it set up before you go to bed at night. That way if it's raining, you get the tent set up, everything stays dry in your pack, you can put your pack in the tent and then continue on the process without getting everything wet. My pack has a zipper on the bottom, which I can take my tent out of the bottom, and that's my tent. I carry my tent. My tent poles are a little bit too long for my pack, so I put those in one of my side pockets. This contains the tent poles, the stakes, and my bear rope. The bear rope is used for the bag, your food bag. If they don't have bear boxes, you have to hang your food bag at night. This is a foamy sitting pad, whether you're sitting on the ground or a bench or a rock or whatever. Kind of takes all the pressure off you. So like I said, first thing you're going to want to do is take your tent out, but seeing some mine's on the bottom and I can take it out from the bottom, I'm not going to take it out in that order today. So this is our food bag. You've seen us take our food out for today. We had a wrap, we've had trail mix, we had an orange, we had a Gatorade. I only packed enough food for today. We have our mac and cheese that we're going to heat up and have for supper in here. We have some, we have a couple Snickers bars. We have some string cheese. We have a little bit of candy. I usually keep a couple of my snacks in these side little pockets here, so they're easy to get to. In this one I have a Snickers bar and some fruit snacks and some condiments that I was going to use for supper. And this one I have some trail mix and I have some sugar. So you try to mix it up and eat healthy. Peanuts, protein, sugar, gotta have sugar. Snickers are a go-to on the trail. Fruit snacks. Try to eat a lot of high calorie foods because you're going to be burning a couple, 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. This is our cooking system. We'll show you how that works when we do supper. This is my jacket over here. Lay this out. Just kind of show them a little bit of the stuff that's in this bag. This is my personal bag. Everybody has to have their personal bag. A hygiene bag. My pillow. My cup for eating. My rag for cleaning, wiping, whatever. My water bag for purifying water. My Sawyer Mini. Toothbrush. Patch kit for anything that gets a hole in it. Little deodorant, little soap, inhaler, lighter for the fire system, some wipes, some band-aids, a knife if I need it, titanium spoon, and this little gadget is a compass, a beer whistle, a thermometer, and a magnifying glass if you can't see. So this is kind of a do-all little thing. We got our bug spray, one napkin in case I need it, short supply toilet paper, a bug net to go with my head if I need it, and of course a pain reliever. That's what I have in my hygiene bag. Before I go, I will add my glasses, my medicine that I have to take, and that all goes in your hygiene bag, and some sunscreen that I don't have in there. But other than that, all my personal hygiene stuff goes in this bag. It's waterproof, zips up, folds up, take the air out, and then wrap it up. So basically I have just about everything I need right here in this little bag for hygiene. Next up in the pack is my sleeping bag, sleeping pad, and then, like I said, the tent. Now if I was going to unload this the way I was supposed to, I would just zip this from the bottom. None of that stuff would be out. Have to worry about it getting wet. And then we would just pop the tent out. And this stuff all stays dry. Give us about 2 minutes. We'll get the tent set up and then we'll show you how everything comes together. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm the girl. You don't get to see me much. Mostly I do the filming. But Earl's going to practice his filming while I practice getting the tent up. So these are our tent poles, and look, some of them put themselves together. These are our stakes. I'm going to drop them for a minute. But basically we need to put all of these together first. These are all of the poles, like there's no other pieces. This little piece I picked up in case one of your poles breaks. you can slide this on and make do till you can get a new pole.
Hey girl, tell them about the tent. What you got underneath it.
Well, just a minute, Earl. This isn't put together right. This is the REI Co-op Half Dome SL3, which means it's supposed to fit 3 people. Really probably only fits 2. But what's cool is you have your footprint. They call it a tent footprint. Helps protect the bottom of your tent from rocks and roots and things that might make it leak water. And they connect it to the actual tent, so that as you're putting things together, you know that your tent is protected, that it's under your tent. And then the poles get laid out across the top of your tent like this. Our doors are on these sides right here. Our doors are on each side. And now it's just a matter of connecting the poles on each side. And if you look, I'll hold this up and Earl can show you. There's a little ring right there, and that's all you need to secure your pole. Your pole just fits in there like this, and that's all you need to do, and you do that on all 4 corners.
I will hold the middle up to make it much easier for her and let her continue.
There, now the tent frame is up. You can see that. And the next easy step is to pick up these little hooks that are on the tent itself, and you just connect them. And these black hooks go on the black poles, and the orange hooks go on the orange poles. So they try and make it that even Earl can set this tent up by himself. And I know he can, because when he hiked the Ice Age Trail, he had to do it himself. He couldn't, I wasn't there to help.
I'm laughing, can you hear me?
Because I make good jokes. This one is always the hardest. I don't like this one. Done.
Tent set up by the girl. 3 minutes, 48 seconds. Won't get much better than that. Wait, you're not done.
Well, if you want the rain fly on, like if it's a hot summer night, maybe you don't want the rain fly on.
Even though it's not going to rain, a lot of times you want your rain fly on if you're camping in an area where there's a lot of people for privacy, because basically the whole top of our tent is mesh. Or it might be really windy and you want to block the wind.
And if you want to do the freaky deaky, you better have it covered.
I'm not sure what a freaky deaky is.
He knows. He watches Jamal. He knows what freaky deaky is. And underneath your rain flag, you have orange tabs. So guess where the orange tabs go? They get connected to the orange pole underneath. I think that I'll come do it, because I think you're making them too thick. Orange tab gets connected to the orange pole. Like that. And then the sides pull down, and there's a little clips that you clip the corners into on your tent. You can see this clips in. Just like that, 4 corners. And once that's all done, then all we have left to do is just stake it out. Pull everything tight and stake it out. You can turn it off so you're gonna make them.
We're not going to stake it today, but we also wanted to show you really quick the door system, because there is a vestibule, which means there's a covered area that's not inside the tent where you can put your
And then I have to get a stake.
where you can put your dirty shoes and your pack, so you have more room in your tent. She needs one stake just to kind of stake that vestibule out. There, so it would look like that. Now she'll unzip the door. And show you that once the door is open, you have all this room that is not inside the tent for putting your backpack and putting your wet shoes, so you're not tracking all the mud into your tent. Thanks.
Just did a prescribed burn in this valley, but it's still beautiful. You can see for quite some ways, even though we're only part way up the hill. Blue Mounds is a beautiful park.
Hey everybody, absolutely fabulous day out on the trails.
Awesome day.
Perfect weather. They were a little sloppy in places, but
Mostly good. Mostly good.
just beautiful out there. Mountain bike trails weren't open, so we basically didn't encounter anybody all day long.
They weren't open for bikers, they were open for hikers. So we didn't go on things we shouldn't have gone on. We were where we could be. But we didn't have any traffic because people don't usually hike those, and there weren't any bikers, and it was beautiful. And we're gonna come back.
Yeah, so until next time, living the dream.
Happy trails!